In the wake of dawn, I see you shine. When I feel that heartbeat,
Radiant's top tower under attack.
So much higher, so much higher.
Radiant's top tower be under attack.
So much higher, fly so much higher. Sky lines and clouds are below us now. Sky dive back down the wall. Take my hand, don't let go. Skyward bound.
Structures be fortified. Burn out. Dire top tower. bottom tower will be under attack. Dire's bottom tower will be under attack. Dire's top tower will be under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower will be under attack. Dire's top tower will be under attack. Dire's top barracks will be under attack. Dire's top barracks have fallen. Bless your soul. Dire's middle tower taken fire. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen.